Ladies and gentlemen, President Donald Trump has not just made America great again, he has also made America rich again. There are early signs of many financial indicators now turning around, and I think this will set the stage for many financial instruments that are US denominated to become very strong. And I think let's just watch on and see what are these signals. So the three dishes are here. This is pork ribs, pai gu. This is siu mai, and this one is fried carrot cake. I'm going to try fried carrot cake because it's my love. So President Donald Trump has already reaped $50 billion tariff haul as the world chickened out on him. So far, only China and Canada has kind of retaliated, but the rest of the countries has just caved in, bow down, just really, chicken out in front of him. So as we make fun of Donald Trump and call him Trump always chicken out, but the truth is the rest of the world has chicken out. And right now, he's winning big time as the tariff haul improve and increase. So far, so this content is for education and entertainment only and not financial advice. Donald Trump, always mocked as chickening out, okay, has reaped nearly $50 billion in revenue from his aggressive new tariff regime. And while much of the world has hesitated to hit back, so far he has won so many rounds of negotiation, and these will set US to receive a huge inflow. Already he has reached $50 billion when those deals were not cut yet. Now with those deals cut, this number could easily, increase by 100% or so. So data released by US Treasury shows custom revenues have risen, and we talked about that before. And right now it is set to increase many degrees of it. And I think that this number will only set to grow even higher. Well, the interesting thing is that so far, all the countries that negotiated with Trump all said that they are prepared to retaliate. Almost all never retaliated. So right now, only China semi-retaliated and also chicken out as well. So right now they are in Geneva having some talks. And I think only Canada has some minor retaliation. The rest of the world just, chicken out. And I think it's largely because they have learned that if you retaliate, it will lead to counter retaliation that will actually worsen the situation because Donald Trump knows that he holds the cards. So right now, all the inflows into the US coffers have actually increased tremendously. And we need to know that the only Achilles heels that US have all this while is the ballooning US debt. That problem is going to go away if the tariff revenues is going to go up significantly. This will only mean that US will grow from strength to strength, and we are set to benefit if you are a big US investor. Not to mention, the US government, as it receives more and more tariffs, a lot of the deals that Donald Trump cut favors the US companies as well. Those beneficiaries reap those returns. Their profits will go up, and therefore stock market will go up as well. So even with the high tariffs, Trump trade war suddenly is looking not so scary on Wall Street. And despite all the tariffs that have been imposed, the stock market has grown from strength to strength and strength to strength. And the possible inflows of revenue into the US government coffers were set to remove that big problem that the US have, which is the ballooning US debt. There's almost no downside for US moving forward. Okay, I can't say the same for the rest of the world, but certainly for US is benefiting tremendously. So recent weeks of tariff negotiation outcome seems to settle on tariff level only slightly below what Donald Trump won in April. But this small little difference seems to ease Wall Street worst recession fears. And economists now cite a strong global growth backdrop, less than expected inflationary impact of the tariffs, and a general easing of financial condition as reason why the landscape will look less dire. So in a nutshell, we now have very strong growth and is enough to stomach some of this tariff, and the inflationary impact of all these tariffs seems to be a lot less. And right now, the whole market is just ballooning very significantly. Now, a lot of people were very worried about the exchange rate of US because there was a lot of flight to safety. But guess what? The US dollar is now gradually growing stronger and stronger. It was at $1.27. At some point of time, we were all worried it will go to $1.20, $1.11. And some people say that the US dollar and Sing dollar will become on par, 1:1. Okay, guess what? Over the last one, as you can see, it has gone up from strength to strength. Is now at $1.29. Maybe as the tariff comes in, a lot of people will have to pay the tariff, which means that they have to buy US dollar, and this will drive the US dollar up as well. So I think it is too early to conclude that the reign of US and the US dollar is over. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 continue to grow from strength to strength. For this year, it's really broke all-time high, and it is set to go towards 6,600 that many analysts have predicted. The Nasdaq has grown even stronger, right? Right now has grown by 11% year to date, and that's against a backdrop of a strengthening and recovering US dollar as well. The futures market looks like right now also very positive. So I think barring a surprise, we're gonna see the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq growing from strength to strength. So just to show that the whole episode is not over, because right now we're just waiting between US and China. There's a little hint that's revealed in a geopolitical space that China, okay, is no pushover. US is actually quite scared of China. So there is an interesting development. Taiwan president is supposed to have a New York City stopover, but it got blocked by Donald Trump and his administration. And that's largely because they don't want to offend China. So Taiwanese president is not allowed to have a stopover in US, and that's very unusual. Usually, the US administration would condone and accept, and even be very inclusive towards Taiwan. Not anymore. So the news is quite convoluted. Channel News Asia, on the other hand, says that Taiwan says that President Lai of Taiwan is not blocked from US stopover, but this seems contradictory to quite a lot of news. So President Lai has not been blocked from visiting the United States, says Taipei Foreign Ministry, insisting he has no plans to travel overseas in the near future. But but this remark came after US President Donald Trump's administration reportedly denied administration for Lai to transit through New York as part of his official trip to Latin America. Well, as much as Channel News Asia says this, the rest of the news agency across the world all said that he has been blocked. So I don't know who's right, but I certainly know that the US is pretty concerned about the feelings of China. At this point of very fragile, very sensitive time, they don't want to anger China. So the key takeaway is this. I think the whole US Donald Trump tariff saga is almost over. It is possible a surprise in a negative way might still emerge. But let's talk about chances, right? I don't see anything in the near horizon that will derail this entire recovery. And not just recovery now, but growing from strength to strength. So in fact, the stock market is going to the moon, and it's set to go to the moon even higher. So question right now is should we buy or sell? I get this question right now a lot. A lot of people say, yeah, it's an all-time high, very scary. We should sell right now. A lot of people then ask me, Mr. Lu, since it's going from strength to strength, should we buy right now? So I think we can discuss this over a live stream. I have a new insight that I've developed, and I think it's good for everybody to hear this out. And this will answer some question of whether you should buy or sell. So remember, hit subscribe so that you not miss this live stream, okay? And I'll be very happy to share with everybody my new insight, okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a day or two. Bye-bye. Well, I found a new dim sum place. I just arrived. It's actually, suggested by many of the 1865 community to be better than the Taman Daya Gimching one. So I've come here at around 10:15 right now. Just look at the queue, man. Wow, piang wei. So this place is called Ping Ming Xian. Yeah, so Ping Ming Xian. I'll show you the queue. Look at the queue, man. Walao, so many people. Okay. And it's a very small shop actually. Yeah, that's all you have. Okay, so this is a char shao bao. I usually don't eat char shao bao. There's a lot of carbo inside. But for the sake of everybody, I shall suffer and eat the char shao bao. Well, it's very, very hot, man. I don't know how my wife can put in her mouth. Okay, I'm gonna. It's good. This dough is very nice. I think too much dough, too little meat. Do you have that feeling?
Yeah, it's okay.
Is it? Okay. But overall it's good. Okay, overall it's good. I'm gonna have a second bite. A.
A, right? Yeah.
Not A plus. A. Good. So the three dishes are here. This is pork ribs, pai gu. This is siu mai. And this one is fried carrot cake. I'm going to try fried carrot cake because it's my love. Very soft, flavorful. I highly recommended by everybody. But if I were to say it's a grade A minus or A, I've tasted better ones in Malaysia as well. But this is still okay. It's good. This is B now giving her assessment. Okay, and she a bit buay song this one.
I think this one, right? Cannot be A minus. B at most.
B at most. So Taman Daya one better. The Taman Daya don't have this dish.
You have this,
Yeah, but this dish is quite common, right?
Canton Paradise one will be much better than this one.
Canton Paradise, atas But even Singapore, even in Malaysia, this dish is quite common in many restaurants.
This is a bit too soft. The carrot cake itself is too soft.
It's very soggy, right?
Yeah, very soggy and soft.
Okay.
In terms of the taste, in terms of the preserved radish and stuff like that, right? It's nice. But I think like maybe they got QC problem. This one got QC problem. Very, very soggy, soft. So it's not very nice.
Okay.
In that sense, yeah. But taste-wise, it's very good.
Okay, now B will go and try the siu mai.
A lot of prawn.
A lot of prawn, right?
That's good.
This one good, right?
As good as the Taman Daya that one.
As good as the Taman Daya one. But doesn't beat Taman Daya.
I don't recall because Taman Daya is very special in the sense that everything that is actually that has prawns, right? They are really very, very good. So for me to say that they are the same as Taman Daya means to say they are really very good. As good as Taman Daya one. Yeah. For Taman Daya, there are two things that are very good. The prawns one, anything with prawns, okay, be it like siu mai with prawns, or be it those kind of like deep fried with prawns or something like that, right? And the bao, the big bao, very good there. Okay, this is considered very, very good. A plus? A?
Now to the pai gu. Right, verdict.
I happen to take the part where they have a bit of like veins. Should I say veins? Yeah.
Tannin?
Tendon. Sorry, tendon. Okay. So it's crunchy. It's very nice. Okay. But in terms of the taste, right, instead of like tasting like a more like a salty feeling, right, this is a bit sweet.
Yeah,
Sweet and salty.
that's right. This whole shop seems to be more towards the sweet side. Yeah,
Maybe it's Cantonese.
I don't know. It's more sweet.
Yeah, more sweet than
Correct. Yeah.
salty
This
type.
whole shop, a lot of the dishes seems to be sweeter than saltier.
Yeah. So the overall feel and things like that is nice. Although I'm not those kind of like a sweet, savory.
I think
sweet
our
kind of
age.
stuff. I'm Hokkien. Hokkien eat salty, for meat. Whenever it's look at meat, we think of it as a salty dish, savory one. Okay, this is a bit sweet and salty, so a bit not quite my taste, but it's nice. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not nice. It's very nice. I'll grade it an A because it's coming out to be the way it's supposed to be in the I think this Canton cuisine.
Okay, so by the way, this is the address. Okay, and this is the price, 49 for 2 person. I think it's very affordable.